Calm down, will you? You'll breathe in too many corrosion particles if you get too excited.
These tendrils are a problem. Let's follow the big route right there. Pretty sure it'll lead us to an energy source and we can destroy it. Over there.
Engaging the enemy. Take this!
Really need to get her fire back if we're going to be fighting corrosion.
Proceeding. Take this!
By the will of the god.
It worked. Chests or anything back here? Nope. Okay. Well, let's first. Okay, good. She's right where I need her to be to get fire.
Go left. No. Go right. Oh, I don't remember anymore.
This asshole. Just like before, the barrier is probably energized by several of the large eggs. We'll have to destroy them all. Let's follow the roots. Get to work.
Darn. Why do you guys even listen to me? This is perhaps my third best joke ever. I should write it down somewhere.
What the?
How is this possible?
Guess they're talking about the crystals here?
Well met, angry people. Forgive my knavish trick, but there was simply no other way.
I'm gonna kill you, Ysoris. I'll make you regret.
You are safe.
Explain yourself.
You are safe. Don't you guys listen to anything I say? The rep mag was a dud. If you could have caught the corrosion, you'd have symptoms already. And do you know why you haven't caught the corrosion? Because you can't catch it by walking into a clockwork field.
How can you possibly know that?
Maybe because it is so. Sit down, sit down. It's been a long time since I've had visitors. Can I interest you in a cup of mushroom tea?
Who are you?
My name's Rendor. I'm the man who's been living here for the last 3 years.
Wait a second. That doesn't look anything like the guy from the cutscene. Like, at all.
3 years? And you are...
He's healthy. No trace of the corrosion, or any of the disease for that matter.
How is that even possible?
Beats me, people. I'm as surprised as you are.
There must be a reason. Some kind of immunity? But... it doesn't mean anything, Ysoris. Maybe this man has some kind of unique immunity to the corrosion, but that doesn't mean we do.
Oh, but I haven't gotten to the best part. He's not the only one. I traveled the world looking for a cure, remember? On my travels, I met several people like him. Oddballs, goobers, living in clockwork fields like this one. And they were all healthy. Provided they can fend off the occasional corroded creature, of course. Oh, Rendor, when I said goobers, I meant no offense.
None taken. After all, it wasn't a brilliant idea to settle down here, was it?
Ah, buddy, I missed your tea so much. It has that deep, rusty quality I've never found anywhere else.
I can't believe my ears.
Hey, listen to this. I even found a smuggling ring in Avarice. People were using clockwork fields to conceal their operations.
You still don't want mushroom tea? You should drink it while it's hot.
But if it's not by contact with the corrosion, how does one catch it then?
To that question, Darian, I have no answer. But I have the answer to another question.
You, Ysoris. You never told us how you caught it.
Yes, that's the one. The truth is, it just happened overnight. I never touched any Arclight technology at the time, never approached anyone sick, never went into a clockwork field, never ate anything suspicious. Didn't travel, didn't do anything wrong, and I was the only person in the whole city who caught the corrosion that year. Talk about having a rotten luck.
Are you telling us everything?
Anything that's relevant, yes. The rest is all, non-consequential family drama.
So, that only means one thing. No one in Heryon is safe from the corrosion. It could strike anyone, at any given time.
I came to the same conclusion.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. So what the consort is doing, the refugees, the camps, the lockdowns, it's all for nothing?
I'm not sure about that, and that's precisely what I'm saying. After everything I've seen, I'm not sure of anything.
I'll be darned.
Well, now that I've delivered the good news with proper gusto, I do believe I deserve some nap time. Give you all some time to digest. Tell me when your brains are done cooking in those cranial kettles of yours.
Ordo.
If you're still hungry, I've got some leftover mushroom soup from yesterday.
Ooh, new sword finally.
comes the fun part of our little escapade. We need the strongest alloys to craft the sturdiest weapons. Luckily, this clockwork field is full of the baddest, meanest corroded creatures around. We'll have to gather their toughest parts. Corroded antlers, shells. I'll make you a shopping list.
So, it's more of a chopping list.
Huh. Already heard that one.
We got you, Mr. Veteran. Been there, done that.
Guess those might have been the quests that he just gave us. Or I guess, no, it tells us to go over here. More of these spawn.
A prayer for your wayward soul. There's some treasure chests back there too. That will be good after the battle.
Proceeding.
A prayer for your wayward soul.
So weak.
Take this!
Last one to go. These chests I saw back here. Reaper. New weapon for
Rendor won't mind if we spend the night here. Make yourselves comfortable while I craft us some new weapons.
Spend the night in a clockwork field.
We can't afford to wait too long before tempering those materials. Otherwise, they'll lose many of their most valuable properties. So, Celine, would you perchance be interested in learning the arcane art of mishmashing corrupted remains into frightening weapons of destruction?
If you don't mind me watching you work.
Not at all, my dear. I just ask that you politely applaud when I'm done.
I don't know. You'll have to let me see if the final product is worthy of applause or not.
Oh, such harsh words.
Okay, then if you don't mind, I'll leave it to you.
You're still in recovery, Darien. Don't push yourself.
I guess. Good night, guys.
Good night, Darien. So, how did you find out so much about the corrosion?
Boredom, mostly. Back in the days when I was searching for a cure, I eventually grew tired of searching for answers in the traditional places. So I began studying corroded creatures, and my own limbs when I could bear it. After all, truth lies in both blood and flesh.
Is that a Carnelian principle?
It is. Carnelians believe in the sanctity and divinity of the body. And since the corrosion is a sickness of the flesh, I thought I should start looking for answers there. I made a few minor discoveries, but nothing conclusive as to the true nature of the corrosion. Anyway, you may as well know it now. My being a Carnelian poses no threat to you.
Why?
Any Carnelian that wasn't slaughtered by the Sanctorium centuries ago has been converted or assimilated. But you already know that. My aunt was the only Carnelian I ever met. Everything I learned from her. And everything she learned from her own grandmother. But she died a while ago, which makes me the last of the faith. My aunt hoped that we would launch a revival, but her plans were cut short when her brother, my father, learned of her ambitions. He feared my aunt had brainwashed his firstborn son to join an obscure cult that would bring shame and disgrace on the prestigious Firebrand family. To secure the family's growing prestige and send a message to me, he had his sister assassinated.
That's horrible.
Oh, it's pretty standard fare amongst Avarice aristocracy. Trust me, you don't want to know the rest of the sordid story. Even if I remain a Carnelian at heart, I have no intention of converting anyone. I'm way past that now. Too many Bad memories. And what about you?
What about me?
How do you handle the pressure? Finding a cure to the corrosion, saving the world, and so forth. Anyone else would feel crushed by such a responsibility.
Oh, I can handle the pressure. It's something I anticipated. Something I hoped for. Something I asked for.
How so?
I'm not satisfied with the state of the world, Ysoris. Living in fear and deception is not how humans are supposed to live. The way we're living right now, shunning each other, living in perpetual dread, it's beneath us. We deserve better, and we owe it to ourselves to be better. Putting an end to the corrosion is a tiny step towards making Heryon better. But if that's my mission, then so be it.
A fearless leader in all her glory.
But sometimes I'm scared.
What could possibly scare you?
There are times when I don't even care if I succeed or not. Facing death while making the world a better place is what I'm living for. I'm happy that I can lead a life without fear, even of the worst. Because sitting back helplessly, watching the world gradually decompose, that would be the worst.
Sometimes I wonder if you really are human.
Oh, make no mistake, buddy. I'm human.
Huh.
Ysoris, on some other occasion, I'd like you to tell me more about Carnelian beliefs.
I'd love that.
Period. What's calling out?
Heryon. Heryon. Heryon.
What are you?
I am the second bearer. This is the third time we meet. Unless you heed my words, it will be our last.
You're just some corroded, talking tree.
You have allowed the seed of destruction to take root in your body and soul. For this transgression, there will be a terrible price to pay.
The seed of destruction. Oberos said that too. Is that the name of the Ascendance Crystal?
Listen to me, Third Bearer. There's not much time for you to learn to use it. The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
But I don't care about the fate of the world. If I cared about the fate of the world, I wouldn't have deserted. My sister, my mother, my family, and now Syl. They're all that matters to me. Why doesn't anyone get that?
Oberos understands, and he will use it against you, again and again, until you are destroyed.
But why? Why me? I'm nobody.
You denied the seed of destruction that day. You raised your arm against it. Now, you are responsible for it. It must never fall into the wrong hands, for the consequences would be terrible.
I never asked to be responsible for it.
You have to, for the sake of the people waiting for you on the other side.
Other side. Fate of the world. I don't care about all this. You're some voice coming out of the crystal, right? An ancient guardian, something like that? Then hear this. I would rather die than use that power and expose anyone to it. Find someone else!
I can't protect you from your fate, and will not be able to protect you from the suffering you will inflict upon yourself. But I can help you give your suffering meaning. Don't forget who you are, Darien. Always remember your true self. We have yet to meet for the first time.
What?
You don't look so good, Darien. Are you okay?
Sound mixing, why?
Yeah, don't worry. So, are we back on track?
Yes, I've distributed all the new weapons. Don't be afraid to wear them with pride.
So I'll be the only one with a corroded weapon, huh? Can't say I'm 100% thrilled about this vote of confidence.
It's not at all what the text says.
All these weapons are just like me, Darien. Ugly. They make you feel uncomfortable, and yet they will ultimately serve you well.
Will it leave him stranded in hostile territory too?
No, that's my own special touch.
Aren't you a joker?
You sure this sword won't break?
Yes?
Ysoris?
Okay.
God, voice acting does not line up at all.
You copy.
Yes.
Towers in sight. Are you sure the Seed of Destruction is inside?
We've been over this already. The only other lead was that no-name deserter you wasted a week on because you had a hunch that the Seed of Destruction might be in his chest.
Must I remind you why I have been picked for this mission?
Yes, we all know of your gift. Believe it or not, magic and psychic abilities don't make it easier for us to justify our operations to the Defense Committee.
Maybe you can tell me something I don't know.
Never mind. In any case, the Seed of Destruction must be in this tower. If our calculations are correct, it has something to do with the massive energy readings coming out of the place. Your job is to secure the Seed of Destruction and, by any means necessary, shut down whatever operation is going on in there.
What kind of operation?
Some of our analysts have suggested that this tower is an antique anti-air defense system.
Are they trying to reproduce the Ascendants?
On a much larger scale, yes. It could pose a threat to us.
You have a short memory, Lawson. Those same analysts told you a month ago that the Ascendants couldn't possibly go higher than a mesosphere.
Regardless, Laura, we have a problem on our hands. This intel fell into Colonel Gregor's hands. And he made more than his case in front of the committee. Got them riled up. Persuaded them that once this tower is operational, there's no hope left for us. The fact that we still haven't obtained the Seed of Destruction doesn't help either.
That can't be good. What's the bottom line?
Unless we present them with proof of our success, the Colonel will receive clearance to nuke Estraya on the 6th of December.
Nuke Estraya? But what the hell are they thinking? Is the Assembly okay with that? How can they let this happen?
The Noah is coming. Our days are numbered.
Nuking Estraya. How could they?
I know how you feel about Heryon, Myrna. Trust me when I say it didn't make things easier for us.
This isn't about me.
Listen, we've tried diplomacy. We've tried intimidation. We've tried to make them surrender by every means. Every time, the consort prevails. Our people are getting desperate. There's no way for me to call off the attack unless you shut down the operations here and get your hands on the Seed of Destruction. No backup, of course. We're on our own. And they want us to fail, so they can end this war quickly.
By the 6th. This is bullshit, Lawson.
I know. Call for extraction whenever you wish. I don't want you to die out there.
I'd rather die on Heryon than be complicit in this. I will bring home the damn Seed of Destruction. You do whatever you have to prevent them from destroying Astraea. Do you hear me?
Gotcha. Stay safe, Laura.
Yes, the real big question is why? 102 power. Finally. Which way do we want to go? Easy this way. Where's it want us to go? I guess just the one down here. Kind of want to level up this. Oh god, it looks great. I'm sure wherever we go, we'll get a chance to level it up. Yeah, let's go from up here. Because then I can at least check the crafting table to see what these new weapons look like. Okay. Don't have a worm skin. Nope. Living stone. Okay, we're gonna have to. Somebody's got to make a guide where we can figure out where the recipes are. Or hopefully somebody has a list up on Steam that we could check.
Huh. Alfarius has left another of his flowers.
Oh, this is going to be a real treat. Brace yourselves, guys.
As if anything could surprise me anymore.
Hey, we're looking for Alfarius.
The old man, huh? What's the password?
Hey, this thing is talking!
Like many other non-human things.
Alfarius never said anything about a password.
Well, now there is a password. I won't tell you where to find Alfarius until I hear it.
Wait. Is This the moment that you tell us we have to trek halfway across the continent to find a series of clues that just might help us figure out the password? Otherwise, we should just give up hope of ever finding Alfarius? Huh? Is that it? Because if that's the case, I want nothing to do with it. I'm out of here! I'm done! Done with these stupid errands! Got no time for this!
Huh? Your friend's gone?
Heryon is not a friend. He's my brother.
Alfarius never told me anything about Darlene having a brother.
I am Celine.
Okay, he's making a fool of us. How about adding some lead fertilizer to the soil?
I'll get it to talk. Don't worry.
Can't you show him Alfarius' seal or a letter or something?
Wow. And who's this genius? Another of Celine's brothers? Are you multiplying or something? Show him a letter, duh. Can't you see I've got no eyes, you twit?
You can talk. Why wouldn't you be able to see?
You humans get so fixated on this.
Okay, this isn't getting us anywhere. I just need the password, okay?
There's no password.
Is that your final word?
It is.
To be honest, I'm not sure there was a password. There probably was at some point, but I think Alfarius decided to do without, then ultimately changed his mind, and then again, and I lost track somewhere.
So now there is no password?
See, I'm not sure. Listen, why don't you just throw around some words you think would make sense to Alfarius? Maybe it'll come back to me.
Flower!
Oh.
No.
Just try any word, Darlene. Help me.
No.
Alfarius told me you were stubborn, so it makes sense. Maybe I should just tell you where he is.
Yes.
But then again...
Has it started talking yet?
No!
See, if I tell you where he is, and he knows it, I'll be in for the whooping of my life.
Listen, fellow non-human. If you tell us where we can find Celine's mentor, we will go and ask him ourselves if he is okay with you telling us where he is. Simple, logical fallacy trap.
Get out of here. That'll never work.
Huh. Actually, sounds good. You'll find him waiting on the south slope of Mount Baronroth.
What?
I guess sometimes trying now is better than crying later.
Thank you, Thea.
At your service, though with reluctance.
Mount Baronroth. Has he found it?
He most definitely has.
Mount Paradise. That's Mount Ardeen.